Now then, what have we got in here this morning? I'm assembling bits to put in the strawberry plants. These are some bits of downright that I used the other year in the garden. Not very successful. I'm sure I can alter those. I'm going to cut some bigger slots in it, so I can put more plants in. And it's easy. I did find it ever so difficult. Get your fingers in there because they're a bit sharp, you know, being cut plastic. So I'm going to extend those slots and leave a bit in the middle to give it rigidity. We've made the slots bigger. Then I can put probably a couple of plants in each hole. It was a good experiment. We know how to get it better now, I think. So here's the other one. There's the other one. They connect up. One will go, one slots into the other, and then your water supply comes in, and they're going to be mounted about waist height, maybe a bit more. Now I found these things, look, I've got a couple of these brackets. Let's put it on the table. You see it better. Well, you can't see it at all there. I've got a couple of these brackets, look, shelf brackets, and I've bent the ends so they can go on the tube somewhere there, and it'll support the this guttering. We hope. So that's two of them I found. Might find some more. And we've got some various assorted hose clips and things that I found in my hose clip box. There's some U-bolts. They'll fit, just got to find the bits to some nuts and bolts, and I need another one for go across here, another one of these. You know, failing all else, I can just cut a piece of metal, drill two holes and put it in there, and that'll do. So in fact we've got three good ones there, you see. We need two clips for each of these brackets, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's another one of these, look, another one there. And we've got 4 fairly decent hose clips. They're cheapos. They're not the expensive ones, so you know, if you wind them up too tight, they give up, you know, break off. But that's an old one, look, with a screw head. That's going to be difficult to open out and reuse. These are cinched, look, that's been done already. You can soon open these out and clip them back in again. But that one, that might be difficult. That's pretty solid. And another one there. Those are good quality ones. The metal's about twice as thick. Anyway, we've got enough there to do the job today, I think. And then once they're in situ, they can't be too high up because I need to pack these with compost material and to put the plants in. And if you can't do it on the ground because it's a bit too heavy. And they've got to be a reasonable height, so you can do them like at waist level or something. See how we go with that. So that's the project. I've got a workbench there, little stool, and I've brought in a couple of these thingamajigs, and I put an old pallet on top. It's one of these, you know, non-returnable pallets, making another table. So you need something, don't you, to work on. So that's a start. Okay, we're in the workshop now, the atelier. Now if I can show you these, see that it's an exhaust pipe clamp, a U-clamp. Okay, now the bracket didn't like these fittings that were in here, so I've cut it down level. Still it doesn't like it there. So what I've cut now, I've cut a piece of bar off this. Here we are. Found some soft iron, well, a bit of steel bar. Now I've cut one off already, and I'm now drilling some holes in it on the pillar drills. I tell you, when you want something accurate doing, then you need it. And there's the piece of bars I've cut off, and now drilling some holes big enough to put the U-bolt through. And then we'll try that one and see if that'll fit. Now this is fairly soft stuff, and it'll bend a little bit if it isn't quite small enough to go into the to hold that shelf bracket, then I can bend this a little bit quite easily. Right, we'll just finish off drilling these holes. This gadget, of course, stops the thing throwing itself all over the table. You hold on to this, otherwise you can't hold that little bit of metal while you're drilling it, because it'll just take you with it. And if needs be, you can bolt this thing to the table up, you see, to make it even more secure. But it's heavy. The whole thing is very heavy. It ain't going to jiggle about, and with my hand it's just enough to control it. Now, are those bolts, are those holes big enough? Marvellous. Okay, so that goes in there now. Lovely. Now we'll take this back and see if this will actually, if that will go on the bracket, hold that shelf bracket in place. If so, we'll make another one of these, and even I've got some threaded rod. And I might be able to bend some threaded rod to actually make some brackets like that, which would be probably the most secure. And then with some bits of stuff like that, you can make my own brackets. There we are, you see that's in there now. And we'll go and see if it works. Good. You can see that shelf bracket. It's got one of these U-bolts round the frame, just here, and I'm now going to try this piece of metal, see if it'll go over there. See, there's a protrusion there. If I lift it up a bit higher, it'll probably clear it. Now, is this any good? There we are. We've tapped it in a wee bit, and we've tidied up with the socket set. That is pretty secure because of the grooves in that. It isn't going to move sideways, and it's trapped in there well and truly. So I thought it might need something else to stop this kicking out, but it's going to be fine. So we're now going to make another piece of bar for this other one, second bracket. Back in a minute. Okay, we've got both brackets in place now. Now I'm just going to hang the plastic tubing there to see whether it is going to make any sense. I pressure washed this the other day. Now then, can you see the general idea? It's got a kink in the middle. It wants a new joint in there. It's got very brittle, so we join the two together. There's one end, look. Now I'm going to cut these slots bigger, a lot bigger, because I found I couldn't really pack the plants in properly because it was cutting my fingers. So the slots are going to be a lot bigger, almost as big as I can go, and then we shall be able to get twice as many plants in. And all goes down there, joins together. We shall support the ends from above and get the thing levelled up. But that's the basic idea. The water will go in one end and trickle down. I mean, if anything, you can just water it in the top, but it's going to need quite a lot of water every day, I would think. We've got plenty of water. We'll deal with the water another time. But there we are at the moment, so I'm going to take it off now. Probably take this joint off, find a new joint, and then put the sections on the table here with me, get the little angle grinder and cut out some more slots in it, so the slots are a lot bigger, and just supporting sections like bridging pieces every now and again. Okay, I've put the recorder on just to show you how easy this little gadget is cutting through the plastic. I mean, it's doing a fantastic job. the other year when I was using this thing previously, the access holes to get the plants in and out and whatever just weren't big enough. And that looks pretty good now. I can get my hands in there. It's a cleaner finish actually. Just cut that bit out at the end. It's a lot cleaner finish, so we're going to make the holes bigger. Just haven't quite got down there. The angle grinder is getting. I've been cutting that metal this morning with this, so it's getting a bit small. The blade. That's got him. Right, so you can see the difference in that hole. There we are. Look at that compared to the one next door. So I'm going to extend them all like that. And leave a gap, a reasonable gap, to give the thing strength, and work my way down to the other end. I think that's far more practical. You can get in there and do things. Previously it was very restricted. So we're going to cut a little bit more. I'll just keep cutting, you don't need to be watching this all the time. I'll show you as we get further along. Now to continue in the in our polytunnel. Okay, we're just finishing off now. Yesterday I stopped lunchtime and the battery had run out on this little angle grinder, so I had it on charge. I haven't tried it again yet. Look at the mess it's in there. So I've got myself wrapped up in some more coveralls, and all I've got to do now is 1, 2 and a bit sections. So it shouldn't take more than a minute or so, and get my goggles and face mask on, and then I'm going to glue these together. I've got a bit here that I've got a bit over ambitious here. I cut a bit out. Oh, here, look, cut that completely away. But I reckon it'll. I'm going to leave that. I reckon it's still quite rigid. So. Well, I've cut that out. It's a good trench, that is, isn't it? Cracking trench. I'm going to leave that because it's right at the very end, so it won't matter a lot. I'm going to cut him off as well. Be done with it. See how we go. Right, see you in a minute. Right, we're progressing with the strawberry tubes. There's one mounted here. You saw me mounting the bracket the other day. I'm going to get some string in a minute, just balance the ends up. The other one's on that end. Now I've had to cut a lump out the middle because the joining piece from last year had got badly mangled. Let's put it down, then you can have a look. You see it got cracked in there. That's the joining piece. It was a right mess, and I couldn't guarantee it being watertight. I did find so I've cut it off. I did find half a joining piece, a bit that had been hacked off at some time. Just here, look. And anyway, it's enough. It's on by that much there. It's on that much, and I've glued it on. So that's a good bond. You can see inside. Good bond inside. And this glue, you know, is amazing stuff. These glue you use for these things. So that's glued on there. So in a minute, I'm going to join the two together and glue that one into the end of there. There's oodles of room, do you see, in there for that bit. So it'll go up to, it'll go up to somewhere here. Put some glue on. I'll give it a bit of a wipe. And the glue is really good glue, this stuff. PVC glue. It dries virtually instantly. You have to keep it well secured and keep it out the sun, because it dries very quickly. I'm just going to get some string so I can balance these things up and just hold them gently while I fasten them together. And then I've got some wood. I'm going to do something a bit more permanent. I'm not sure quite how to do it, to support them when we get some weight, because there'll be quite a lot of weight on there. I'm pretty sure there's angle brackets that carry that. But and then of course when you get the compost in there, there'll be water as well, and the plants and the strawberries hopefully, so it'll get heavier and heavier all the time. Right, so we're going to combat that. We're just working out how to do it. And we can't really finalise that until we know how long the tube's going to be in the actual building. Right, bit of string just to support the ends, and then we'll start it. We'll just finish off with the joining bit. Hi there. Now we got a bit carried away with door repairs and looking at tools and things, and I forgot to load up this episode 5 about the strawberry tube, so a bit late on this one. We've got episode 6 before 5, but not to worry. This is it. This was it. All right. How we fix the strawberry tube. So you'll see next time when we've got the strawberries installed. So thanks for being with us this time. Don't forget, if you like it, please give us a like and subscribe and share it with your friends. And then also, if you want to listen to some stories about all kinds of stories, all kinds of subjects, or look at some of our free books, then the link is here for our website, so you can have a good look and pick something to have a look at when you want some entertainment. So thanks for being with us today. Until the next time, cheerio.